Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be creating this look, which is very fall appropriate with a pop of color. I will also be using some products that have an unpopular opinion tied to them and give you my own thoughts on them. And that includes Kim Kardashian's powder contour kit and the Jaclyn Hill, which does have great reviews, but of course there's a little controversy surrounding her palette as well. So if you want to learn how to do this look, stay tuned and we will get into it. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. As you can see, my brows were done off camera and I'm going to go in with Perky as an eyeshadow base. Next, I'm going to go in with Morphe's Jaclyn Hill palette. And as you can see, it does have a wide variety of colors, but I'm going to go in with this color to create a nice base. It's the closest to the skin tone, but a little bit lighter. Using the same brush, I'm going to go in with this burnt orange to start creating some depth in the eye. Unfortunately, none of these colors are named, so I'm going to use this teal color and pack it onto the lid. You want to use something small and dense like a small shadow brush to make sure that it is packed onto the lid properly. Going in with this maroon tone, and I'm going to put that on the outer V and kind of just pack it into the corner because I don't want to create too much depth around the blue, but I do want a little bit of depth. And from this point, I'm going to use a little bit more of the orange to bring some of that back in because the maroon kind of overpowered it. So at this point, all you're going to do is just go in and add color and blend out as needed. After you've done that, go ahead and take a clean blending brush to clear any harsh lines and just make sure that it is blended to perfection. I'm going in with Studio Sculpt NC50 and Fenty Beauty in 410, and I've mixed those two colors to come up with my proper shade. Using a little prep and prime to hide my makeup mustache and do a little color correcting prior to so that I'm not fighting darkness. As you can see, I just blended that out to correct. Now I'm going in with the foundation and going to use my beauty blender to blend that all the way out. And now I'm going to go in with NYX's highlight in the sculpting palette that I showed you guys 2 videos ago. And just using that to highlight instead of an actual concealer or anything entirely too bright to highlight. I don't want to go crazy with it. So now I'm going in with the ash tone and the warmer tone of the Kim Kardashian powder contour kit and using that to create a nice little contour here. Contrary to popular belief, I actually like it. It blends nicely. I don't know if I'm a fan of the brush so much, but I actually like the product. Next, I'm going to use the darker of the 2 highlight colors and just apply a little bit. I will say that both highlighters are very subtle. So if you're looking for extreme highlight, this definitely would not be the palette. So now I'm using the first color to blow out the bottom lash line just to create a nice softened halo effect. So now I'm going in with my shader brush in the teal blue and I'm going to pack that onto the lower lash line. Using MAC Brush Black eyeliner to simply line the top lid only. And I'm not creating any wings, just a black line. And now I'm going to use Urban Decay's All Nighter to set the first time. You will see me set at least 3 times. Going on with Peach Blur to give a softened effect. I love how Peach Blur makes my skin feel after I'm done with my makeup. So now I'm using some Love Thing blush by MAC, and as you can see, I am not using a lot of it. I just want to create a nice flush of color on both sides of the cheeks. And after that, I'm going to set with my Coconut Fix Plus spray, and I'll be back with some lashes. Next, we're going in with Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner's lip cream stick, and I'm going to use the color Kimmy and Chestnut Lip Liner by MAC, only because these nudes are very light. I figured if I was going to go that far and get that, I might as well get the lip stuff too. Why not? So I really like how that looks, so we'll be back. And this is our last go around with the Peach Set Spray. And final look. Okay, so my thoughts on the Jaclyn Hill palette, which this palette released a while back. I usually try to wait for the hype to die down on things because I feel like most people turn around and give the same opinion regardless of who it is because it's the most popular thing out, etc., etc. But my obviously number one gripe, which is the same as most people, is the fact that this palette doesn't have any coating to keep it from getting dirty. Like that. Okay, so there you see it. I already have a fingerprint smudge right there, and yeah, if you're not wearing any light colors, this can become a mess, and I see that happening very easily. That can easily become an issue if you're one of those people that got OCD and your palette needs to be clean all the time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I own 4 other Morphe palettes, and I will say that the formula on these colors that I've tried are a lot more pigmented. They're a lot easier to blend. The colors are beautiful. Like I said, I'm trying to, you know, kind of give an opportunity to let the hype of the palette die down. I've had this palette a couple of weeks and I hadn't touched it, but I said I was gonna do a video with it today. Like I said, outside of the price point for these, which obviously is, I wanna say like $12 more than any other Morphe palette, it's worth it in my opinion because the colors have excellent pigment payoff. I would like it if it was a little more portable, but I guess for the number of colors you're getting, you're literally gonna have about the same amount that you would with any of the other Morphe palettes. They have recently rebranded with, you know, a new logo, all new packaging. The website got an overhaul, it looks beautiful. They've stepped up. You can tell that they've invested in themselves. You know, certain things like this can be a turnoff, but from what I understand, they're gonna turn around and redo this palette again and literally make this glossy and, you know, easier to clean, which sounds like a money plot to me, but whatever. I got this one. It's not like I'm gonna be doing a whole lot outside of my face with it, but those are just things that I've noticed. Even though I don't subscribe to her at all, if I had to go somewhere with this, I wouldn't feel bad taking this palette because it has pretty much just about any color you can think of that you may possibly need. So the next unpopular item is going to be the KKW Beauty powder contour kit, which comes just like this. So after seeing a ton of reviews that were not so great about it, the one thing that I did notice is a lot of people couldn't really separate their dislike for Kim Kardashian versus the actual performance of the product. I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna go buy something just because someone's name is attached to it. And I'm also going to not try something because someone's name is attached to it. I decided after seeing mixed reviews about it that I would try it myself, and I'm going to tell you that I actually like it. You know, everybody kept talking about how ashy this color was, but we've already had the discussion about how I like my contour. I like a warmer contour. So that didn't bother me. What I did end up doing was mixing the two to get a nice mid-level contour. Formula is very soft. It blends really nicely. The highlights are very subtle. So if you're looking for, you know, boom, ping, pow in the highlight, this is not gonna be the kit. Has a full-size mirror. And as you guys can see, a little bit of kickback in some of these. You know, you can take it or leave it, but I guess at the price point, you do get a lot of product at the price point, but I know a lot of people are complaining about the product at the price point. I guess it really just depends on what's high and what's low to you. For me, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a heavy contour person, so this is gonna last me a long time. I like the fact that it blended easily. I wasn't too much of a fan of the brush that came with it. Even though it's really soft and I felt like it did what it needed to do, I probably would go in with a more dense brush to get a more defined contour if that's what I wanted to do. Overall, I think that this is a great contour kit, and I don't know what the problem is with it. So, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I actually like it. Cream one, I probably wouldn't do based on an overwhelming level of negative responses, but I do agree that they could have gone a step darker for anybody that may be darker than myself. You guys already know I put it out there, so I could put it this way. Fenty 410, MAC NC 5055. This is fine for me, but if you're anything darker than me, this is not gonna work. So the last product that I used, obviously, was the KKW Cream Liquid Lipsticks. Obviously very luxe. These colors are nudes. I use the color Kimmy, and that's kind of a pinky, has a tap of peach to it, pinky nude. As most of these nudes you can make work, but obviously if you're a woman of color like myself, you will be using some kind of liner to get the separation. Either way, I like these. You know, I don't think I would turn around and buy a bunch of Kylie Cosmetics lipsticks in the first place, but I said, you know, if I'm gonna get the contour kit, I'm gonna go ahead and get the lips too. So this is something else that I've been having for a few weeks that I just now opened and decided to go ahead and try. So now here we have it, and I like it. So that's my unpopular opinion, I would suppose, but you know, this is my channel and I review what I like. I hope that you all learned something today. Like I said, this is a very simple look, easy, you know, fall appropriate. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them below and I will get back with you as soon as possible. If there's something you want to see, you can leave that below as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload something new. And don't forget to share this with your friends so they can get in touch with what's going on this side too. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.